Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. Today we are going to be doing a little bit of lawn maintenance. So as you guys know, last year we had new sod laid in our backyard and we've had a really wet season. So we are going to do a little bit of maintenance to get it looking better again. And this is something that we do every year or every other year. And it kind of depends on where you live, how often you have to do this and how your grass is looking. But because again, we have very wet winters and springs and falls, our grass just develops a lot of moss and there's a lot of dead growth. So we're going to be doing some steps today and we're going to talk to you through everything that we're going to be doing and show you the products that we're going to be using. But it's going to be pretty easy and it's going to look a little bit crazy when we're done. Our lawn is going to look a little crazy, but you just have to trust the process and it's going to look better once, you know, everything gets settled and we have that new growth coming in. But anyways, basically what we're going to be doing today, and we'll talk a little bit more detail as we're doing them, but we're going to cut our lawn super short. We're going to de-thatch the lawn, and that's just going to help remove any of that dead growth. It also helps with like that moss, removing some of that moss buildup. And then we're also going to aerate. We're going just to aerate the grass, and it's going to just add more air into the soil, and overall it's just going to make it a healthier environment. And then we are going to seed the grass, and then we're going to fertilize, and then we're going to top dress it with some soil. So it's a lot of steps to take, but you'll see that it happens pretty quickly. And we're going to be renting some tools. So these are tools that you don't need to buy. You can actually rent them at Lowe's or Home Depot like we did, which is really convenient. But yeah, we'll go outside. We're probably gonna have to do this in a couple of steps just because we are doing this right after work. So we're just trying to get it all done before it gets too warm. And that's the thing, you have to kind of think about where you live, because sometimes people will wait to do this in the fall time, which is perfectly fine, but you don't want to do it when it's too cold, but you also don't want to wait till it's too hot, because you're going to lay down new seed and you just kind of have to do it kind of in that perfect time so the seed has very high success rate of germination and it's not going to burn. But again, you also don't want to do it when it's too cold. So once we do this, we're going to make sure that we're not going to be cutting our grass for 4 weeks or until they get about 4 inches tall. So the new grass gets about 4 inches tall. So kind of keep that in mind. Like when we do this process, nobody walks on the grass for those 4 weeks until we really have those new baby grasses growing and looking beautiful. And then we just kind of do a very, very light trimming after 4 weeks. And you guys will see that. We'll probably do a follow-up video. But again, you want to encourage the best growth and you don't want to disrupt the new seed that you just put in. And you'll see it's kind of a long process in the sense that there's like multiple things that you do and you kind of have to wait. But at the same time, it's so easy to do yourself. A lot of people will hire companies to do this, but I love that we get to do it ourselves because we have more control of how much seed we put down, what topsoil we're going to be using to dress up our grass. So you'll see kind of the products that we use. We've done a lot of research, or Sergey has done an extensive amount of research of how to like have a beautiful lawn, and you guys will see. But yeah, I'm really excited to show you guys, and let's just go outside and we'll walk through everything we're going to be doing and we'll just get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is cut the grass really low. So that's just kind of one of the first steps you have to do. It's kind of hard, but you can see how there's so many little dead patches, which again, this grass is not even a year old yet. So this process is something that we do every year to refreshen our lawn, and it's gonna look so beautiful once we're all done. So again, we're gonna cut it really low, and then we're going to de-thatch, and that's gonna help us remove all of this dead stuff going on here. Do you guys see all of that? So that will remove it, and then we're going to aerate, which again is just going to add I was going to say air into the soil. Sergey's laughing. Yes, we're going to punch holes into the soil, and it's going to look really ugly, but it's going to look really beautiful in no matter, like, in just how long? In no time, right? It doesn't really take that long. Yeah. So, and then after we do that, we're going to go ahead and reseed everything, and then we're going to make sure nobody walks on the lawn, including me, until we start seeing new growth and everything is looking a lot better. Okay, and these are the machines that we're going to be using. So the lawnmower, what is this?
Power rake.
Okay, ask me a flower question, okay? And then we'll see who's laughing. The power rake, and then
Aerator.
The aerator. So we rented these at Home Depot. Well, this is ours. The lawnmower is ours, but these are the tools that we're going to use. Okay, so now that we've cut the grass super low, you can see where all of the problem areas are. Do you see how there's so much more dead stuff underneath? Look at that. Oh, it looks so sad, but it's gonna look prettier when we're done. So the dethatcher, or what is it called? Power raker or dethatcher. Those terms mean nothing to me. Dethatcher is gonna come in here and then remove all of this dead stuff. So it's going to get even uglier, but again, it's just part of the process. Before we use the power rake, quick note, make sure you mark your sprinklers so you don't run them over. All right, so that removed quite a bit of some of that dead stuff. You guys can see, look at that. That's awesome. So now we're gonna come in with a rake and rake this all up. We might do one more pass if we still see there's a lot of dead stuff underneath. Okay, so it's getting kind of late because we always have to come out here and do these things like right after work. So it's getting a little dark, but you guys can see we went through, or Sergey went through twice with the dethatcher. So you can see it removed a lot of the dead grass. So next thing,
It's pretty nice over here.
oh yeah, right here looks really, I mean, it doesn't look great on the camera, but yeah, it removed a lot of the dead stuff. So the next thing we're gonna do is aerate, and then, are we gonna see today?
No.
No? Okay, so.
Tomorrow morning.
Okay, so tomorrow morning. So we'll go ahead and film this part, and then we'll, do the seeding tomorrow morning. Okay, so it's the next day and we are back to finish up this project. Sergey and I both work in the tech world and we have pretty demanding jobs, so we don't have time to come out here during the daytime to do these projects. So we're always like rushing after work to get outside to get things done, or also on the weekend. So that's why we're kind of breaking this up. You absolutely don't have to break it up. You can do this all in one day, but we just have to. But so far what we've done is we've mowed the lawn a couple of times super short, and then we have dethatched. So remember, we just removed all of that dead grass, and then we aerated the lawn. And then now we're gonna be spreading some seed and then the topsoil and a couple of other things. So here we go. Okay, wait, before we get started, what are you doing here, Sergey?
Checking the pH.
Okay, and why?
For a new lawn, it will thrive pH between 6 and 7. And we're just the higher end of 6.
Ooh, so that's good.
We're in good range. I don't have to add any lime.
I don't know if you guys can see that. Oh, so if it was too low, you would add lime.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me show you guys the products that we're going to be using for the next step. Okay, so first spreading the seed, we're going to be using this little turf builder edge guard cart thing. You could also, if you don't have a big lawn, you could also use the handheld one, which works just as fine. But something that kind of forecasts the seeds evenly is what you want. And then for our seed, we're going to be using this stuff right here. So this is the Jonathan Green Black Beauty Original Supreme Grass Seed Blend. So here's what happened. We were at a Street of Dreams a couple of years ago, and we saw the most beautiful dark green lawn, and we asked the builders, like, hey, what is this lawn? And they told us it was blue fescue, and it just had like the perfect blades. It was shiny. They were like just the most beautiful waxy dark green grass that we've seen. And we learned that it was actually from this company. Like, this is what they used to overseed. So last year, you guys remember, we put in new sod, and this is what we're going to overseed our lawn with every year. So this is going to be the seed that we're going to be using. And we've heard and we've read, I mean, Sergey does extensive research on anything we do, and Jonathan Green seeds are apparently the best. So we're going to be using that for our seeds. Okay, so after we seed, we're going to top dress it with some nice soil. And then, Sergey, you're going to use this Winter Survival Fall Lawn Food. So it's for the fall. Why are you using it now?
Low nitrogen.
Okay.
So it's great for starting the seed.
Okay.
And
so
we're not going to speed up the growth of the old grass.
Got it. Okay, so you guys heard all of that. This is his thing. So I'm happy he's here to explain this to us. So that's what we're going to use. And then anything else? Any of this other stuff?
This would be for pH problems.
Okay, so you can order all of this online then,
Yep.
I'm assuming. Okay, so if you guys had a pH problem, you can get everything from the same company. And actually, they come with a little book. I don't know what the little book is, but you guys, it comes with everything that you need. So
Starting guide.
yeah, it's just like easy peasy, 1, 2, 3. So let's go. So before we start, and I think I said forecasting before, but I meant broadcasting, we've set the edge. That way it doesn't broadcast, like it doesn't fan out all the way. So this is a great little tool because it allows you to really control how far the seed broadcasts. And then back here, and it's pretty easy. You can set the spreader setting, and we have it to about, what, 5.5 right now?
And that's basically how much seed will go out.
Exactly. So that's the fun part, in my opinion. Okay, so we just overseeded everything, and you can see we went pretty heavy on the seed because we took out quite a bit of the grass. Now we're just going to blow, just lightly blow some of this grass back on. That way we don't have all this pretty new grass growing in areas where we don't want it to. Okay, so next we're gonna be adding the topsoil to dress everything. So after we put down the seed, we're gonna put down the soil, and the soil that we got it in bulk, and it's specifically meant for turf and lawn. And so it's a very sandy mix, and it has a lot of really great nutrients in it. So because it's sandy, it has a lot less bulky matter. And not only is it going to feed the lawn, but it's also going to help keep the seed down so the wind doesn't blow it. And it's also going to help with moisture retention because, again, once we have these seeds in, we want to make sure that the lawn stays nice and moist until the new blades, the new baby grass starts coming in. Lastly, we're going to be spreading the lawn fungus control. Again, it's going to help us with leaf spot, large brown patch, which those are the two that we always have issues with. It also treats red thread and dollar spot. So we're just going to use this as a preventative. So we're not, we're proactive, not reactive this year. And that's it. That's all there is to it. I know this looks a little wild, but you guys will see in just a few weeks how much better the lawn is going to look. Anyways, that is going to wrap up today's video. I hope that was educational and that you guys learned something. I know it's really hard to make your lawn look even worse this time of the year than it probably already does in some areas, but I promise you, after doing these steps, like, your lawn is going to look so much better. I think especially for Sergey, like, he gets so excited about taking care of the lawn. I really think it's a guy thing. I feel like most guys really just love a beautiful green lawn, so it's a guy thing. But yeah, we will make sure to link everything down below in the description box, and then I will list everything out that we used from the companies that we ordered from. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, or if you yourself do any type of lawn maintenance, let me know what you guys do. It's always nice to learn from you guys as well and see what your failures were and what your successes were and what products you used. But yeah, make sure you're subscribed. We will do a follow-up video to show you how everything is looking afterwards. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.